Right.
You don't have to say anything. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a tie-dye t-shirt. Okay. We all know sometimes it's a struggle to find something to do with your kids that isn't technology related, especially in this day and age. Tie-dyeing t-shirts is an age-old thing that people have been doing for forever. And I'm sure that one time in your life, you all have made a tie-dye t-shirt. So to get started, we're going to talk about the supplies that you need. You're going to need dyes. In my tie-dye t-shirt, I'm using pink, purple, and turquoise. You're going to need rubber bands for sectioning them off for the colors. You're going to need gloves so that you don't get the dyes on your hand. And then you're going to need a baggie for at the end. You need a trash bag so that you don't make a mess, which I'm doing my presentation outside just to prevent that a little more. And then you're going to need a t-shirt. According to Osborne, she says that the best kind of t-shirt to get is at least 60% cotton. Mine is 100% just because a lot of times that's the easiest thing to find. So the design that I'm going to be doing today is called the swirl. It's also known as the spiral, the hurricane, whatever you want to call it. A lot of times I think this one is the coolest looking one. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate. So the first thing that you need to do is pick where you want the center of your spiral to be. So I'm going to pick mine to be about right in the middle. So you're going to pinch the shirt in the center, and then you're going to start to twist it. You can twist it clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on whether or not you're right or left-handed. It doesn't really matter. You want to get the swirl kind of tight so that you can get your dye everywhere and there's not a lot of white spots. So once you've twisted it, it should look something like this. And then you're going to go ahead and section it. Since I'm using 3 colors, I'm going to section mine into 6 sections just so that there's 2 of each color. But you can really do as many sections as you want. Since I'm only using 3 colors, I'm going to do 1 section across the center and 2 diagonally so that all the sections are about even. So once you've sectioned it, it should look something like this. Alright, and then now it's time to start using the dyes. So you're going to want to put your gloves on. And when you buy the dyes, I bought mine in a kit from Walmart that actually came with the dyes, the rubber bands, and the gloves. So the only thing I had to buy separately was the t-shirt. The dyes come as like a powder, so all you have to do is add water and shake them up. Alright. So then you're going to start pouring your dye into one of your sections. You want to make sure that you get plenty of dye around it so that it saturates it really well. You don't have to worry too much about getting it on the other side though, because you're actually going to flip it over and dye the other side. When picking your colors, it's best to pick colors that aren't opposites of each other, like for example, red and green, because when they mix together, which is kind of inevitable, they make a nasty brown color. So now that I've got my first side dyed, I'm going to flip it over and dye the other side. now that you've got it dyed on both sides, you're going to take the baggie that I mentioned earlier, and you're going to sit it in there, and you're going to want this to sit for about 6 to 8 hours so that the dye can really soak into the shirt. And once the 6 to 8 hours have passed, you're going to go ahead and take the shirt out of the bag and cut the rubber band so you don't get the dye on your hands. And you're going to rinse the shirt in cold water until it runs completely clear. And then when you're done, it'll look like this. So that is how you dye a tie-dye t-shirt.